How are you? We got to like do our intros better too.
That's a good way to introduce yourself, Guap. What is up? I'm Zen.
Just
This
this
is
is
this is Guap,
this is
the host of the checkup. We
this is
are
nobody.
um you know, about 10 handicappers trying to make do with what we got. Big news today, as you can see with
Big.
the title. Legacy not leverage. The good old commish. Let's just hop right into it. Good or bad for golf, Guap?
I think we'll look back. I think 20, 30 years from now, you'll look back. It's gonna be good. I mean,
I
is it good morally? Like that's a whole nother discussion, right? Like
Is it good
Saudis.
for? Is it
There's
good?
like I don't want to get into all that stuff, like the morality of it, because
Should we just start showing clips of 9/11 just on the pod?
yeah, I mean that's what it comes down to. People like make it like that, and I get it. I don't know anyone that was affected by
That's
it, or
what the Golf Channel was going there. I was
Oh,
like
100%.
watching.
They
They
are.
were just like they were showing an interview of him talking about how he knows families that were affected in 9/11,
Yeah,
and
of
now they're
course.
kind of like replaying that and being like, "Hey, what the hell? Why are you taking their money? You were so affected." But
Those people will still be cheering in a few months either way.
I'm
But
happy. I'm happy we get to see all the live players.
um, well, so that goes. Well, this is my first point I wanted to ask you. Um, how do you feel about the commissioner who potentially left these guys? Supposed to be a player-run league, right? PGA. That's what they've been saying, and he let these guys take like this guy wasn't doing a shit ton of interviews, and he came out and said if you go to there was going to be repercussions for players who went to live, and now it's all backtracked. Money solves all problems, and basically all these players who didn't go potentially lost out on a crap ton of money.
That's been the big narrative lately, just as far
So
as this
he
whole deal
Yeah,
goes.
that's the big like how do these guys, and apparently he
How
was asked these
does
questions later today or earlier today, and he
mhm.
said they're gonna have to talk about it because you heard they had a players only meeting at like 4.
Right, then it comes down to like what, just three people in a room deciding the future of golf? Is that really what
No, I
happened?
think the players, well,
I'm
with
saying like when they
basically
made the
with the
agreement.
live, yeah, they had him and that Saudi rep. They were on an interview earlier too. I didn't watch the whole thing, but it was him and the commissioner.
Yeah, yeah, on like NBC or
Yeah,
CNBC.
CNBC. Yeah, I think that's when it first like started breaking. But
It's pretty crazy how they talk about monopolies. Like Liv was talking about, oh, PGA Tour has a monopoly, and then now they're all cool. Liv probably disappearing because they weren't making anything. They were just paying their players a
yeah, I
bunch
think
of
they'll.
money.
Well, but that's where I also think like, are these teams gonna stay? Was that part of it? Like, isn't like like think about it. Live players, they would. So DJ basically went and got 500 million, whatever the hell he signed for, and he like owns the team. He's like a part owner. If you think about it, I was thinking about. I don't know all the details, but like look at like NFL, NBA. The commissioner is basically like they're like the owners could get rid of the commissioner typically, right?
Right.
So, but that would take a lot. But who's the owner of the PGA?
Dude,
Is it just the
I don't
players?
know
The
how
players
it
just vote on it?
works.
And
Cause like,
apparently,
is the
this
NFL
has to.
nonprofit?
No, it's profit, 100%. This isn't like FIFA. They're not going to just like lie. Like FIFA says, FIFA might be the only $1 billion nonprofit organization.
No, because PGA Tour is nonprofit, and they're gonna
Okay,
keep their
then that makes
nonprofit
sense. That's why I was
exemption.
like thinking. I was like, this is like some FIFA shit. And then, but my thing is though, like, okay, it's not profit, but like they have to get money from somewhere, bro. Like, there's people funding. Like each tournament kind of gets funded, I think, through different sponsors, obviously with the title of the tournament and stuff like that. But then, so what happens to the teams of Live? And can this potentially be like vetoed? Because apparently this has to get voted on. There has to be like the players are part of it, or there has to be like there's a whole other thing I was reading in the Times. The hell, I was reading in the Times. So it isn't all full through, but I think it's going to be.
Yeah, and the question is like, what are they going to vote on? Because the PGA Tour is still an entity. They're all technically still entities.
I think it's like you said. I think they're just gonna, what's the word? It's like not melt, but they're just
merge.
There's like another saying, but
acquire. I don't know. Are you talking about like? Or is it like
dissolve?
A business?
Live will dissolve into PGA.
See, right? Live is just gonna dissolve. This is kind of
but
what
they can still keep the teams.
I think.
Then what happens? Go ahead.
I think Liv was just looking at their projecting future cash flows, and they're like, "Wow, look how much money we're gonna lose. How much money do you think we give PGA Tour to get this off our books?" I'm sure.
Bet you that was part of it. I bet that had to do something with it. But then again, it was like, it kind of felt like Liv was gain. It was like Liv would gain a little momentum, and then no, like PGA. I feel like PGA has probably been. I wonder what the ratings would be this year, but obviously Liv's not anywhere near that, right? But then when you do see a Liv event, there is people there, but who knows how many people are there because they have players, right? It's so I don't know, but definitely that's part of it.
Yeah, and I mean, who was watching Liv events? I know I wasn't, just because I didn't know when it was on. I didn't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I knew it was on the CW, but like, it wouldn't be like when I turn on YouTube TV right now and go into my account. The first thing that pops up is gonna be whatever sporting event's on. Sometimes, but no. But usually when I'm on
it's
YouTube
your
TV,
home.
It's to watch playoffs, golf, whatever. And golf is the first one listed every time. Or I know to go to ESPN Plus and watch it there.
It's like CW. Like I don't even know CW. Like
like I don't know. They weren't making anything. Nobody was watching it. It was barely. I don't know if even like how much ESPN was covering it. It was,
and I don't.
Odd.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't watch ESPN, so that's right. I don't even know if ESPN.
I don't either.
Probably a bit.
I turned it on today to try to. I turned it on today to try to track the news because I was like, "Oh, this is big stuff. I wonder what's going on." But then, like,
it was just Twitter. Twitter was just blowing up.
Did you see Justin Thomas's tweet? Like,
no, what did he say? I kind of stopped. There was
Joel Damon made a comment like, "I always wanted to be on a Liv team."
Yeah, the team, the Aces or whatever the team.
Yeah, he made something. People are
feels like awesome day today.
I keep seeing Will Zalatoris stuff about how he declined $100 million. Everyone kind of is like trying to pull that sympathy card for those players that remained loyal, didn't get the money, and now it's like, what's going to happen?
Yeah, isn't it so funny how like, people are like my mindset now is like, damn, like those guys are standing up for something, like they didn't take the money, and then now with this news, it's like, that's stupid. Why didn't you take the money? But even then, like even back then, like I thought, I was like, bro, if somebody offered me $100 million, like how would I say no?
And I think the
how could I ever say no to that? 100%.
Yeah, everyone has a price, and it was probably a lot more than $100 million. And who knows what's about to happen next year? But this year, it seems like it'll all be the same. Rick Rungood was talking about how players might just all strike because they're all going to be so pissed about it.
I bet you there could be a little something like I would like to see what comes from this.
Dylan Wu, my boy, he tweeted out something.
What did he say?
Let's read some of these tweets here. All right, I'm not gonna.
And everyone was like, Brett, that Chambly guy. He's like been hating on Liv for like years.
He's only been around for years. Let's see.
Yeah, it's true. But like he's been one of the main ones on the Golf Channel.
Who was I talking about? Oh, Dylan Wu. Oh, I gotta follow him on Twitter. I just started following all these golfers because they were.
What gets me too is like, who knew about? Like we said this earlier. Like who knew about this?
Oh,
Like
I can't even
normally you hear
find Dylan.
rumors.
I just searched
You know?
Twitter and I couldn't find him. Interview with Dylan Wu. Dylan Wu. Why isn't his tweet showing
They
up?
have.
I think he must have deleted it or something.
Mhm. Bro, isn't it crazy? Some people get like headphone indents on their head.
I saw that guy shaving his head.
Yeah,
We're all on the same logarithm.
it's the same algorithm, bro.
So I should not even bother sending you those tweets. Did you see that video before I sent it to you?
Which one?
The one with the office.
No, but I heard somebody compare it to Michael Scott Office, or they're like Liv just Michael Scotted the PGA Tour, you
Yeah.
know, and it was like my company's worth nothing, like, you know. I mean, it's. I wonder if they're going to keep the team aspect. I've said it earlier, but that
Oh,
kind
are
of
they? I
that generally is curiosity to me, because think about what they're gonna they might revamp how the tour is, because players have been asking for, or now it's been evident people want to play less. That's why a bunch of these guys went to live. They're like, I think Dustin Johnson said it the best in the Netflix show. He's like, basically, he's like, you're telling me you wouldn't take more pay for less work? Like, isn't that the
right.
most just logical way to put it?
Exactly. And they all portrayed the live people as bad in the full swing thing. And like that was
Yeah,
another
they had to
story I was
make
seeing.
a protagonist, antagonist, right? Oh yeah, did
Yeah.
you see all that stuff like Full Swing? They're like, oh, we filmed all this. They
Yeah, we were
filmed
right
like
on
all
it.
the
It's
reactions.
gonna be a
They're
great
probably
second
at the
season.
players' meeting with the commissioner.
Yeah. So
Um,
like I guess I read something that like they talked about getting a new commissioner and got a standing ovation. I think all the players are just. I think the narrative.
I
The
wonder
players are
how he
pissed.
can get out. Like, how is he voted in? I don't know shit. Like,
I don't know
like
how the
I
PJ
don't
Tour
think.
operates.
Yeah, I generally think nobody does. Like, your normal person doesn't. Like, maybe like a Dan Rappaport, you know, that guy, that popular. Like, he probably knows.
And I bet like Rick Rungert, I think I listened to his opinion today about it, and he was just upset.
I think
He
generally
thought
a
there
lot
was
of
a
people are.
10% chance everyone's gonna like just withdraw from this tournament.
I bet you that could happen. I bet you it could.
But
But
like they want people want to get paid too.
oh, for sure, you got guys playing for dinner out there, bro. That's part of it. Those, and like you said, Dylan Wu, like that guy, like does he have some money? Yeah, but he's paying majority of his shit's probably out of pocket. Like his flight. I mean, you just saw. Did you see Matsuyama was taking Spirit Airlines home
I saw
or
that. And
somewhere?
did you see someone's tweet about if you would
They're
have
like, he
taken
could
the
have bought Spirit Airline.
Yeah.
No, Hideki was offered. They said offered 300 or 400.
I
No,
know, I know, I know. I
because
saw
this
that.
wasn't too long after his Masters win. I think.
Yep, exactly. And he was like the king of Japan, right?
Yeah. Like they freaking no. It's it's an interesting time for golf in general, and especially if you're a fan of pro golf right now. Like it's just the
Like
drama.
my first reaction was like, "Oh, good, I get to see Dustin Johnson and Brooks Koepka. I get to actually watch them." And who knows? Maybe they come out with a Rainmakers pack, but that probably won't happen till.
I know. I was thinking. I was like, "What does this do for rain?" Like,
I was
I
thinking
knew you
that
were gonna
too.
say some shit.
I was like,
You're like,
"How is this
so
affecting?"
can I buy Kepka right now? I'll drop 100 on a rare, 200 on a rare Kepka
Yeah,
for next week.
I haven't bought any cards in a while.
Yeah. What
I've been just trying to recoup.
you went to the range today, or was that from another day?
That was from today. I hit like 4 large buckets today. I was just like trying to.
Damn.
I
How do you
just
hit
kept
that many balls?
I
Bro?
only hit my 7, 8, 9 iron, and I was just like, just gotta keep hacking. Well, some of it was just drills. I was just sitting there like doing drills and just like half swings type of thing. I don't understand hinging your wrist because, like, I don't know. Is it?
What you saw something say to hinge?
Well, yeah, about like creating that lag, and I'm just not sure if I'm creating it. I don't know why. Um, my irons don't go as far as they need to. I towards the
But how
end.
far are they going? Like, don't worry about the distance of those.
Well, it's like okay, the last round I played, a little bit of wind into me, and I was like pulling out 8 iron to hit it 150. So I was
That's
like,
some days it's like that.
yeah. There was I was
And then I
I'm
was
not
hitting an 8
getting
iron 200.
I'm not getting like I'm not hitting it pure. I'm just trying to figure out how to make solid contact. And I think shallowing my swing and trying to create lag, which I'm just confused about how it feels. There was like at some point today when I was drilling, it was like doing these half swings, like trying to compress it. It was like I
Yeah.
would hit like
Damn,
really
you
nice.
went deep into it, huh? Half swings and everything. It
Yeah.
was you're having a look yourself in the mirror day on the range, huh? Just really grinding out there.
Yeah.
You're like, live PGA.
I didn't realize that till half my range session. When you're like, "Did you hear the news?" I was like, "What
Yeah, I
news?"
thought you were like asleep because you're like on nights. I'm like, this motherfucker, like
Oh, I was at the range when you
you
texted
got
me.
you got the algorithm, you just never look at it. Like
Yeah,
that was the
yeah.
first thing I opened up my phone this morning. It was like 8 o'clock. Well, after I, kind of woke up
Woke
pissed.
up, jerk
It was
off.
like 7, yeah, jerked off. So it was comfortably about 7:38. Didn't do shit for work today, but that's neither here nor there. And that's the first thing I saw. Boom. On my golf, like IG, I follow like a few golf accounts. First thing. I
Well,
was
I like
like,
get
what
up.
the
I
fuck?
got up, like have some coffee, and then I just
I
like
guess
while I'm drinking.
that's probably about the time that it like dropped, the news dropped too.
I think it happened. It might have happened after I went. I don't know. I
It
went to
was
the
13
range.
hours ago.
Yeah, it was probably around the time I was leaving. Because I basically just
That's
wake
Phil's
up,
first tweet.
and I just watch some golfing videos and go from there. And
This
I
guy's a
watched some
video
certain
from the
drills. I was just trying to, I don't know. I'm trying to get the feel of what I should be feeling. And it seemed like, I don't know. After hitting all those balls, I'm just like, I gotta hit more. But
I
towards
start
the
to get
end,
tired to where like I can't hit long irons anymore. It's weird. Like I'll just start
oh,
I could feel that I'm not hitting it flush. Like it's either being toey or heely. If I hit like whenever I get towards the end of like 100 range balls, but if I go back to like a wedge or something, it's fine.
bro, that video I posted in Discord, let's pull that up here.
Okay, this guy.
That
So
was
you
my
got the
last bucket.
PJ Live merger, and you're gonna put your dog shit swing on here.
This was my last bucket
You
too.
look like you're crowding yourself. What you from
Like,
what I heard is shallowing. You need to point the club head like when you pull it up. I'm
mhm.
gonna be looking at it a little delayed, but when you're coming down to hit the ball, it also looks like I said you're like kind of behind the ball. Like what
Like
club is this? You need to
this
be
is
hitting
a
down on it.
this
And
is an
what
eight
happened to your
iron.
arm extension? You're not extending your arms at all anymore.
Oh, as far as like lifting him up,
Yeah, like how you were. You stopped doing that.
I stopped focusing on it.
That's fine. Your wrist is fine. Look, that's
Like
how it
from
is.
this
Flat.
angle, this looks good. Like I have
Yeah.
my left arms extended. It's just that I think when people bring it, I don't know. This seems fine. Uh, yeah, I just stopped trying to be like freaking Scheffler.
Yeah.
But what I didn't when I first saw this, what I didn't like about it, I feel like I'm not turning my body enough. Like my hips, I'm not sure if I'm turning my hips and my shoulders enough here. It just looks like I could be doing more. So I started like after I recorded this, I
Yeah,
started
you
doing
could,
that.
but then you start moving your head more and shit like that.
Yeah. So you're saying I am
And then see, look, you're still steep. Right here, that's steep. The butt of that club, if you were to put an arrow straight out of it, it's pointing straight down. Now keep going.
So
As
like,
soon as you start the backswing, if you put an arrow out of that club, it's pointing straight down. That's steep. Then you
yeah, but
start to
like,
get
look
shallow.
right
You're
here.
crowding. You're crowding
What do
yourself.
you mean like crowding? Like I have the club too close to me.
Yeah, it just feels like you're jamming yourself because you start to point it out straight down with that your left hand, that butt of the club, I would say it needs to point right more. It's like you're hitting the ball. If there was a clock on the ball and 12 was facing out towards straight out towards the range, you want to hit it like 1 o'clock. Some say 2, but I would say 1.
Like you want the butt of the club at
But
one.
I'm saying but no, I'm just saying like that's like in order to do that, you would have to point the club out a little that way to bring the head. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, like point the club out to one.
Yeah, when you hit the ball at impact, you should be swinging out to 1 o'clock. And this is why you're not. This is why you're not having any distance. You're not compressing it. You're swooping up on it. You
See,
need
that's
to
what
hit
I'm trying
down.
to. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like how to
You like probably picked that clean, right? You need to
it
compress. This
wasn't
one dude
it
just did
wasn't
a
flush. It
this one
wasn't
dude just
flush.
did a compression thing. He actually does good advice, and he got me hitting my driver good again. And he's like completely unconventional dude. I'm gonna share it with you on Instagram. But he just did a shallowing thing or better iron compression.
See, I thought creating lag is compression.
That's what I'm saying. You're way too steep. Yeah, you're trying to do lag, but it's like you're lagging way too late.
When
Like you need
when
to
are you
pull up
supposed to
Rory's
lag?
again. Pull up Rory's.
I literally have a video of Roy right here.
Yeah, do it.
I was like looking at him. I was like comparing it earlier. I was on break, but here's
Slow it
so
down.
like it isn't ×8. But what part of the swing are we looking for?
Go. All right. See his butt of the club. He's already shallowing it. Yours was pointing straight down.
Oh, like right here.
Yeah, look where the butt of the club is. His is angled out. It's almost pointing towards the ball.
All right, let's
Yours is going straight down.
see. So it brings it back, and right when he starts the downswing, so like
Now he's already shallowed. Look at his arms are dropping.
his
He's
arms
let
are
his hands.
dropping.
His hands have dropped. Like as soon as he starts that backswing, he's dropping the hands. They're getting into the slot. Now he's going to turn.
So I just pull straight down. That's what you're
Yeah,
saying.
you pull straight down. Yeah, see? Watch the butt. Pretty, not as steep an angle as his. Straight down and for longer. Now yours is pointed towards the club a little more, but you're also closer to the ball, I think. Go back to his.
You think I'm standing too close?
I think, yeah. But I don't know. You're taller. It's a comfort thing.
I don't know. I've been experimenting with standing too close and standing too far, and I don't know where I'm supposed to stand. Especially being tall with long arms, I'm just like sometimes it feels better for it being farther away, but then I'm like I feel like I can
Start
compress
the
it.
Roy's.
I
You
feel
got to
like
hit down on it. You just got to hit down on it. I don't know. Like, you need to think like, okay, I'm going to take a divot. Yeah, he's right, man. It's so nuts how you just see like how you.
Here's in ×10.
You start to see it mechanically, like he's just wrapping the club around his body at the end of the day.
Look how slow this is going.
Yeah,
All
it's too
right.
slow. You got to speed it up.
We gotta get to the. Let's just okay. So bringing it back. Look at his like what is it? His right arm. So I guess that's fine. I was kind of concerned like my right arm leaving my body was bad.
Oh, I think you're worried about the wrong shit.
I don't know
So
what to worry about. That's my problem.
that's true.
So I'm just like I'm
You're
trying to.
not compressing. You're just not compressing.
So so when you say that, show me how McElroy is compressing.
Go. Go. Keep press play.
What makes it compressed?
Look at him go. Shallowing. Look at where that butt of that club's pointed. Shallowing. Now he's throwing his hands. He ain't as
Yeah.
close to his body as you. You're jammed, bro.
Yeah.
You need
I'll
extension. That's where you're wondering why the ball's not going. That extension equals power,
so I should just stand
distance, and
farther away.
speed.
Cause like I crush my driver, and I think it's just cause I stand farther
Because
away.
it's the longest club in your bag. That's why it's forcing you to stretch those arms out.
All right. I guess I'll just stand farther away. And then I'd be compressing it. Let's see.
No, when when you start to stand away, you're gonna be topping it. You got to learn to just
Oh
like
no, I
look how
think I'll
you're
be good.
scooping it. You can't see that you're scooping that ball.
I can. But I thought
Okay,
like
so
when
there's
you shallow
literally
your
not
swing,
compression.
you're kind of like scooping it
No.
versus like swinging down on it. But no, I think you're right. I've been chunking things a lot lately. But yeah, look at where my hands are at impact. Let's look at
Yeah,
they're like
Rory's
right below.
literally like a foot away from him, bro. Half a foot. You're way jammed up.
Okay. You're right.
You probably have to stand that. You just need to like learn how to bend your knees more.
I bend my knees. I don't.
Yeah,
It's
no,
not that
but
I'm uncomfortable
more.
standing
Your
away.
clubs are your clubs long lengthened, right?
Yeah, they are. Honestly,
Yeah, you
it
gotta stand
is.
further.
It
I
is
I
because
stand too far away.
I feel
Yeah, you're
more. I
jamming
feel more
yourself.
comfortable closer to the ball for some reason. I feel like I can aim it
You like
better.
that inside pitch, huh?
But no, you're right. I got to stand farther away. I started actually. I mean, I was flush. Like
Some
some of
guys
these
stay
shots.
close as fuck. Like
Yeah, like let's pull up Keegan Bradley. Let's see what he does.
he bends his knees a lot too.
Oh
But
yeah, were my knees not bent? My knees were bent here.
I
Look at
don't
them.
know, I wasn't
They're
paying
bent.
attention.
They're bent. Look at this. I feel like whatever I do with my hips and my legs is fine. Flow through the ball. It's just
Want to compress your irons better, we need to preset impact. So at address, we're going to get our hands, the glove head, and we're going to get that trail knee to point in towards the other knee. Simplify shit, understand shit, compress those irons just like this. Get that shaft up and down, weight on the outside, knee in, shaft forward.
that's crazy how I was doing that today. I hit 4 bucket of balls just working on dumb shit.
Want to compress your iron.
Just creating bad habits.
Exactly. That's why I was trying to like do those drills, and I think those drills were like forcing me to get my arms extended. And yeah, he's just throwing his arms at it. Speaking of Rory, now that we got Rory pulled up here, what do you think? What do you think his opinion on about the merge is?
He's man, who knows? He's probably not happy. I mean, like I said, it's basically like they're like, "Hey, PGA, we're gonna condemn this league. It's Saudi backed, sport washing." Basically, now that you look at it, they had to create that narrative because they're so worried about being outdone by Liv, and so basically, you had Rory be the spokesperson, and for all intents and purposes, he's not on salary from the PGA. Like, okay, I get it. Rory's not hurting for cash at all. But they ain't paying him, and he was like the spokesman of the fucking tour.
That's
And he
true.
openly and vocally was against Liv. I mean, he didn't like specifically hate on guys besides Phil, but like he even just said like a couple days ago, he's like, "Yeah, I think Brooks should be in the Ryder Cup."
Yeah, yeah. And do you think Brooks kind of had a play in this at all for winning winning that last major?
No, I don't think so.
Some people are trying to create that narrative, like, yeah, since
I
the
of
players are winning the
course,
majors.
but like they said, in this, it wouldn't even been it would have to have been from Brooks at Masters because they said talks pretty much started right after the Masters in April.
Yeah, 7
So they
weeks ago.
basically have just been keeping this under wraps.
They've been
Now you
trying
got-
to, and that's why they didn't tell anyone, and they caught everyone off guard.
Yeah,
Like,
mean,
did you see Terrell
but like
Hatton's
but
tweet?
it's like a no. What did he say?
He just posted a GIF of like Terrell Owens getting laid out by a DB unknowing. And he's like, that came out of nowhere.
Yeah. No, it did. It literally did.
Yeah.
This
This is crazy. There's a lot of questions. There's a lot of questions to be had. Are the top players people? Let's say top people in the FedEx Cup points. Do they just get an extra pay bump because PGA Tour just got all this money? They're nonprofit. It's going to trickle down, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying.
Or
Like,
maybe this
what if they
new
do a
I
team?
think. Well, the thing is, they haven't named the new organization that's coming between these three.
because it's not official yet.
Right. And so what I think is going to happen, there's going to be a baby. Well, it's going to birth a whole new organization, but the DP World Tour and the PGA Tour will still remain and host tournaments. It's just there'll be this new baby that will have like maybe all the elevated events get played in the new baby, and then like all the other events get played in their respective, tours.
I could see something like that.
I think they just want more
I think it's
players. They can generate a bunch of money.
They just don't want this like beef between two leagues, because
Right. Because you see how much money those majors bring in.
I could see PGA like maybe dropping some sponsors and just having like I could see the FedEx Cup being revamped somehow. Like I said, I think they're I don't know. I don't think that much people like it or enjoy it, but I could see them. But they always say like Ryder Cup's a huge deal. I can see
Well-
it being like, okay, they have the teams, then they're gonna have like a team championship integrated with the FedEx Cup or some sort of playoff type deal with the teams. Maybe they do a match play, maybe they do it like I don't even know. I know the NCAA tournament does like a team type like finals.
Yeah, you're really
So,
stuck on
like-
this whole team thing.
I just think like I think that's gonna be an aspect of it.
I have never, I don't know. I'm not really too interested in the team thing. Like they have the live
No,
events
that's what
have
I
their
said
team
at the
thing.
beginning of this. I said I don't think that much people are interested, but I think that like think about that though. That's just a whole nother revenue for people to buy into. Like I said,
Right, as
DJ
far as
owns a
merch.
team,
As far as
merch
and
or
right.
getting actual owners in the PGA.
Yeah, that's true.
There's going to be plenty of people that would be willing to. It's like, hey, you want to be one of the first owners of the first professional PGA team? I don't. Maybe I'm grasping at straws. Maybe there's no team aspect of it. I also like.
Because nobody.
We
I don't
both said
care
it. It's a
who
player.
wins,
Like
what team
a
wins.
lot of their good players went over there. No, you won't care what team it is, but the more and more time you start investing in it, like say you have a local team, and like I said, like a couple of the guys on that team didn't do well in the individual tournaments, but as a whole, they made it to like the FedEx team playoff. I don't know. I'm just spinning at fuck. PGA should hire me. This is some fire ideas right here. But think about it. If they kind of made
The
like a
local
playoff
team?
type thing, it'd be kind of lit. Because like right now, I mean, and you also got to realize like technically the majors aren't affiliated with the PGA Tour, so they don't even have those. You know,
the PGA
and those are the
Tour
most
logo
important.
is
The Masters or the majors aren't going to go anywhere. So maybe
That's
they
true,
don't.
'cause that's USGA.
Yeah. So like PGA Tour just has all these elevated events on their own. Then the majors are just the majors. Like that won't change. No team aspect will ever change. Like the major, like the Masters, like because at the end of the day, golf's not a team sport.
Exactly, and I don't
I'm
even
just
see
saying
how
I
they
could
sell it.
see. I hope they don't, because I don't really want to see that. I think the Ryder Cup is already like
It's
has
enough.
enough hype and people love it, and I don't even really watch it a whole bunch.
I liked the
The other match
The
play
Zurich?
tournament.
the Zurich where like they're like if it was like a scramble
There were
or
some
best
hype
ball,
moments.
if it was a best ball tournament or something like that, my interest is gaining. You know, all four of all four
Ooh,
players play a
that would be
whole,
kind of clean.
and you got to
If they
take the
just did
best.
2 teams scramble
Ooh, a
Two-
two-team scramble, that would be
Playoff?
crazy.
and it's like March but then how many teams? Because I wonder how
I
many teams
mean-
there would be. There's about 120 players PGA, 150.
Could you remember? Could you imagine?
Okay, that would be
scramble?
yeah. If they did a
Could you-
full-on 4-man scramble, can you imagine
All
the
teams
scores?
could
They
only
just
have
shoot
4 players, though.
They'd be shooting like 20 under.
Those would be nuts, especially because they would have one really good putter. They'd get the read, and then they just make it. Right?
That's
They
what
just
I'm
make
yeah.
every putt.
I mean, unless like 30-footer, like they would have a good read on it, but
Would it just be one?
it'd be interesting
Maybe it
to
would
see.
be in.
That'd
Maybe
be
it'd be
fun.
not viable because every team would birdie every hole and then eagle the par fives. It would basically come down to can one
No, that's what
person
I'm
chip
saying.
in.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. They'd be going like 20 under,
Easy. No, they'd be going at least 22 under.
but we will never know unless it did happen. Like,
It would be like who's gonna hit 100 under these 4 days.
sometimes scramble puts you in more pressure spots than like way more pressure spots than like regular golf,
Maybe
especially
for
if you're
your
going
drunk,
last.
you're
You're like the anchor. We haven't played in the scramble.
You're
I
the
haven't played in
anchor?
scramble this year.
I would
No,
would
my
see-
buddy.
yeah, I
my
know what
buddy
you mean.
normally,
by being the anchor because like
especially putting.
putting, even driving,
We're all gonna
'cause
pipe a drive.
driving. Well, you can be more aggressive at some point.
Yeah. But out of as much as PGA as you've watched this year, some of these guys are wild off the tee.
I mean,
You know,
even
So,
the
like,
ones
but
that
you
are
get
accurate.
4.
Yeah. But if you got 4, imagine if these guys were able just to get after it too. Because I'm sure.
Oh yeah, like Rory's just ripping 380. Like he's just going after it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I mean, it would be exciting to watch. Same with best ball. Something like that could gain my attention a little bit more as far as the teams go. But besides
And
that,
I wouldn't want it to be like 4 rounds. Like have it like just a day.
yeah.
Don't make it like, or like maybe it'd be kind of like the other one. Like each day would be like, all right, you're on to the next round kind of
Bro,
deal. I don't know how they do
If
it.
they're merging all these tours, they'd have enough players to be like, hey, we're gonna have a group event on Wednesday.
Yeah, it's kind of sleeper too because they merged with the DP World Tour too, right?
Yeah,
So
where
maybe
is
that's
that?
what. Maybe
Where are those guys
you know
coming
what?
from?
Maybe that's what the leverage was. Liv was like, "Hey, they're about to merge with us." Maybe that's what
Oh,
happened.
and they
Like
were
because
like-
they're like, "Hey, we bought them out," and they told the PGA that, and so they're like going to get a decent amount of players and a decent audience. Like especially in Europe, that tour is pretty big.
They just have an infinite amount of money.
Yeah, they have it's Saudi money, bro. They said like I saw some shit they're saying like they have so much money out there. It's like I mean they're trying to start like a soccer league too. You seen that? Football. Yeah, you get some water.
I gotta get some water.
Look at this guy. He's always at the office working from home. He still like has the old the water fountain talks.
Oh yeah.
He still has him here
This
with
is
himself.
maybe we
You
should
need to
just
get,
call
like,
this
a-
pod the water cooler, bro.
Yeah.
Be very
No one
original.
ever, it's always behind you. You need to get like a cat or something.
I thought about it. My algorithm has a bunch of cat videos on there. Because when I'm scrolling, I'll just stop and watch them every now and then.
But you got to get like, what kind of cat would you get?
A Persian, some like giant Persian cat.
Those
But I'm
ones?
allergic to them. That's what I'm worried about.
You
I'm
gotta
like,
get the Sphinx then. Get the naked ones.
no, I'm not gonna get a naked one.
Dude, I was thinking about that just because I was like, how fucking weird would that be? Like,
And then I'll just,
I just
post
have a
things on
Mr.
Facebook. You want to see my naked like?
my Mr. Bigglesworth, the fucking Austin Powers cat.
I don't know who that is.
No, remember in Austin? Well, you haven't seen Austin Powers.
I have
We need
seen
to
it.
do. Okay, yeah. Remember, Doctor Evil has one of those cats.
Does he?
Like, yeah, it's stupid. But anyways, I'm gonna get one.
You're gonna get a cat?
If I lived by myself, I'd probably get one.
Yeah.
But the only thing I'd be worried about is them fucking up all the electrical cords.
I worry about them like clawing things up. There's a lot
They're
of
gonna
things.
claw shit.
Yeah. Would I get it? Oh, I would have to get 2.
That's what everyone says. I wouldn't. What do you mean? You could work from home. You're gonna be chilling with it all day.
This doesn't come too attached to me. Like, let them have.
No.
It needs another
It's a
cat.
cat. No, you could get like a Russian blues. So apparently they like don't even really like their owners.
I like Persian cats. I think if you look at my Twitter,
Those
I
are
think
like
it's
the big fluffy ones, right?
Yeah, I look at my Twitter. This was this cat is now deceased.
Damn, you're really thinking about it, huh?
This cat is now deceased, but I think I have it as
yours.
my wallpaper. How do I even view my profile? Oh, there we go. No, that was my parents. Her name was Suri. She had a rough life. But yeah, I want to get a cat like this. I don't even think I'm showing it.
Are you? I can't see it.
Oh, look at the
Oh,
stream.
now I
Look
see
at
it.
the
Whose
stream.
cat is it? Yours?
It was my parents.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Those cats are cool. I've heard they're pretty good cats.
Yeah, that's a cool cat. Like me. I would always just like give it catnip.
And you'd be
And I was the
like,
only
"Ah,
one
as
in the
fuck."
family, and I'd just be like, "Come here, sir," and I just give it a bunch of catnip. Then it would always like come around me
Yeah,
every
you should
time I
get a
go into the
cat.
room.
Especially if you could work from home.
I'm allergic to them though.
But then you like go to the bar and you like show. That's what I'm saying. You gotta get the naked one.
Nathan naked. Yeah. I don't know. I'd rather
Show it to some
just
bro,
risk
some
it.
broad. Like, hey, you want to see a picture of my cat? They're like, oh my god,
My
I
God,
love
you have a
cats."
cat? Like you're so.
Like, yeah, let me see your
kind.
kitty. She's like, whoa.
Hey, sometimes that works, man. Sometimes that works.
Okay.
See that? If she like doesn't laugh, you just gotta change the subject. All right.
Yeah, real fast.
Real fast. So yeah, I might get a cat. What? Oh yeah, because I had a water cooler. Yeah, I have these plants. Look at these plants I take.
No,
care
I
of.
was just saying. Yeah, basically,
some
get a
solid
little
plans.
cat, or get one of those really tiny dogs because you got you're basically a female.
I can't have aggressive breeds. I know you said tiny dog, but like obviously I'm not gonna get a tiny dog. I
Little
want to
tiny
get a
dogs
dog.
are actually hella aggressive, like chihuahuas.
Oh yeah.
You don't want a dog in
Oh
an
yeah,
apartment,
you had a
though.
chihuahua. You grew up with a chihuahua. What was his name?
I didn't know. I didn't have a chihuahua.
Oh, you had a little dog.
I was given one. Yeah, Odie.
Is that what his name was? Odie?
I gave it to my. It became my grandma's dog.
I thought the dog was really old, right?
No, that wasn't a chihuahua. That was like just a mutt. Canella.
Canella.
That dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. That dog was old as fuck too. It was like our grandparents' dog. And
Yeah.
like, passed, so we took it.
That dog had a
Good
bunch
dog.
of energy.
That
You
dog
like
was
gave it little
cool.
treats.
It was that dog. It got so old it was like blind, and we had the pool in that backyard when they built the pool, and it fell in like early morning. I guess my brother was like, "Dad, the Canella's in the pool." She's like drowning because she couldn't find the steps. She would never go in the water. She didn't like the water, but she was blind and ran in, fell in.
Fuck.
So my dad jumped in, grabbed her, pulled her out, and gave the dog CPR. I was like, Dad, you could just let her die peacefully. Like,
Did it
like-
survive?
yeah, it kept living.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like, the sickest, like, and I was like
Was
Rick
like,
was
fu-
like freaking out.
yeah. That's nuts.
Oh,
I didn't
man.
realize that happened.
No, yeah, that was a real like. And my dad, I was like, that dog was so old, and like it was just an outdoor dog. So like, I'm like, Dad, you gave that dog mouth to mouth. because his mouth was gross as fuck. He's
Hey,
just
I'm sure his
wanted-
adrenaline was going. He jumped in
He
there
was like-
fully clothed.
he probably was just tripping out, thinking like we were like gonna be all like super sad. I'm like, Dad, that dog's old as fuck. Like,
Well,
need
Ricky
to
was
take it.
tripping. Ricky's probably about to.
yeah, Rick probably would have, but yeah, it was. That's a
What the
classic.
fuck? What the fuck? I want. Well, the American Bully. My parents have American Bully now. He's cool. Get a dog like that.
Aren't they super hard to train?
Yeah, he's out of control. He's
Yeah,
the,
no.
the bit my thumbnail off.
Oh, really? Damn, so
Yeah.
he really bit it.
Well, like he was playing. I just got there and he's like all excited, and I was just playing with him.
Don't get a bully, bro. They don't. They're just. That's all. Everything I've heard about that breed is they're just like that.
Really,
Yeah, they're all like dicks,
they just want to play. He was nice. He's a nice
Yeah.
dog.
and they just like are hella hard to train. Apparently,
Yeah, I think my parents are getting it down a little bit, but he's still like he gets out of control when he sees.
If I was,
Because I'll go and
I-
like start riling him up.
I've been looking for a while. Every now and then I'll look. Like I said, I've looked at cats and dogs. My brother has 2 dogs here. Now he's moved in.
Mm.
They just like chill with me all day, or they'll just like she comes in. I'm working from home, and she just like starts putting her hand like on my hand, like or her head on my hand, like pet me. And I'm like, I'm fucking not working right now. I'm playing Diablo. Okay, I should be in a meeting.
What kind of dogs?
They're just mutts too, mainly
Okay.
like black lab. The boy is so she had puppies like how long ago my brother sold all of them, but he kept like the biggest one. That motherfucker's hella big. He's like Chipper. He's like the same, all black, big, but he's like even old now too. But he's still like just like a puppy. He's like, "Arr," you know, big ass head. Kind of has like a Rottweiler type head face.
Right.
But that's what I was looking at. I
That's
was like, I'd either get a Rottweiler, maybe a German Shepherd.
Yeah. I can't have big dogs here.
They
I
won't
don't have
let
a
it.
yard. I don't want to get a dog. I don't have a yard.
Yeah, it'd be like you would have to take it out every day.
And then cats, you have to like put a kitty litter box. I guess I could put it in my freaking laundry room.
Yeah, you just got to change it all the time.
Get those auto changers.
Do they
Clean
have those?
itself. Yeah, they're like automated.
Oh shit, I'm getting a cat then. But anyways, with the cat, you want to look at picks from last week?
Yeah.
Well, it was a pretty decent tournament last week. Besides all this, live stuff today is kind of
They kind
off
of threw
that
everyone.
tournament.
It threw everyone through a loop. But yeah, let's look at the Memorial.
everybody. So you had Victor Hava and Gary Woodland top 10.
Ooh.
And
How about
Cam
that?
Cam Young winning.
Okay, the Cam Young was a little bad. But how about Victor Hovland top 10? What was the second
Yeah.
one?
Gary Woodland, random. I don't even think he was anywhere near.
Woodland. I mean, you picked him in your cash game lineup.
Did I?
Yeah, he got top 24.
And then I had Shane Lowry, Siwoo Kim, and I had Ricky Fowler winning. I think Fowler finished like top 10, right?
Yeah, Fowler did finish top 10. Who were your first two?
Shane Lowry and then Siwoo Kim. Siwoo Kim didn't do shit, I don't think.
Siwoo Kim got fourth.
Did he?
Bro, I saw something on Siwoo Kim. There's like did you hear the story where he hits his 3-wood into the woods? Or was it a 5-wood? I think he hit his 5-wood into the woods. And
Oh,
just
shit. I thought it
tossed
was
his
the
club.
other Kim. Did he?
He hit it into the water and just tossed his club into the woods.
I thought it was the
And it was
other
like-
Kim.
Oh.
Oh shit, he did go off.
Yeah, you got 2 of those. Right. Nice.
I got 2 in the top 10.
No, but so he drills it into the water.
Shane Lowry was 16th. Okay, go for it.
He drills it into the water and throws
At
his
this tournament,
No, this was like 5 years ago, I think. Or a long time ago.
I might have. I wonder if I've seen it.
I bet you would have seen it or like known about it. It seemed pretty funny. He like threw his threw his 5-wood into the woods and plays the rest of it around. The next day on the same hole, hits his drive, and then goes and grabs his 5-wood out of, and finds it. And then he like makes the
Really?
eagle on the hole with the 5-wood that he pulled
No
out
way.
of the woods. Yeah.
That's nuts. Siwoo Kim's nuts, bro.
I was like watching clips of him just throwing a sand wedge into the water. You see that one? I guess he just has a temper.
I saw that. Yeah, he just
I think he broke his putter once and had to
did
putt
he
with his 3-wood.
fucking did he?
Yeah.
I've seen a bunch of guys have done that.
It's crazy. My dad my dad buys a 60 degree. First round,
No.
number 17. It's nothing crazy. His ball's right next to the car path. He's taking a practice swing, takes a giant chunk out of the club. And he's
No
like,
way.
Ryan, what do I do? What do I do? Like, I don't think the golf stores gonna want that back.
That's
I was
fucked up.
like, that sucks. It probably won't affect it much. But then I went and looked up like Callaway warranty. I told him like to reach out to him because I heard your story and I was like, one of my friends just hammered his club into cement and they took it back. So like maybe you've taken a practice.
And I
swing
got
is
the
fine.
brand new one.
Especially since it was his first round. I was like, just tell him your story. Maybe
Oh, so this
they'll
happened
refund
recently?
you. It happened on Sunday.
So
And,
did
like,
they?
Yeah. My dad sent me something. He's like, yeah, look, I just had to send in the club. They're gonna send me one.
Nice.
Like, yeah. You tell them that story where it was your first round. You were taking a little he was like,
I think all clubs have like warranty.
right. But I think if it's like damage inflicted like that, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like you got your iPhone wet. They never covered that.
Speaking of iPhone, now that you bring it up, what do you think about the goggles?
I thought they were like trying. I heard years ago they were developing glasses. That's what I'm waiting for, where they just look like sunglasses. Like that thing, like
I think
it's
there's
like,
limitations.
you're gonna
to
like you
those,
ever
and that's why
watch?
they
Oh
had to
yeah,
wear
for
the-
sure. They can't make the fucking hardware that small. Like
And then like there always be a little camera, and it has to be like, well, okay, now with these goggles,
no, I said
are
10
people
years.
recording you all the time?
They aren't already. I mean,
well, not like all the
they
time. You're
can.
just now you have video proof. Like say now you just have to wear goggles every time you drive, so if anything stupid happens, like you can relive the moment.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
in
you
Black
can.
Mirror, like this is Black Mirror shit, bro.
Yeah, I mean Teslas already have cameras on them for all that shit. Like if you walk by an idle Tesla, the cameras turn on.
Really? What about
not the
an off?
owner.
What about an off Tesla?
Yeah, off. My bad. I said idle,
Okay.
but like they're basically always idle. Like
Didn't
they'll
know
turn
that.
on.
I kinda
That's
want a
part of their
Tesla.
security system.
I know I said I
they
wanted
dropped
a
in
Corvette.
price. You should. They just
And
dropped
then
in
like
price.
you get federal.
You can't get a Corvette.
I can.
No.
You get a used one.
Oh, like an older one. I was about to say, like literally, right? I heard you can't even buy the new ones.
Like the Stingrays, though. I see those all over town here. There's like a car show. You know that bar?
And they're like over $100,000.
Yeah. No, they're like 80. Maybe they are over 100.
Okay,
now.
okay.
The
But still.
the Stingrays are sick. But you remember where we went and watched that basketball game? At that
Yeah.
parking lot, they have these car shows. Like
Oh,
every
yeah.
month. Like once a month, you go. I am driving to Starbucks and I see all these people over there. And there's just all these sick cars.
Yeah,
And I,
what
like,
have you done about your car? Is it still?
oh, yeah, I got
you get it?
fixed.
Oh, okay.
Well, because remember, like a week after you left, it just
Yeah.
stopped turning on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to like call someone to come over. I was without a car for a week,
That shit sucks, bro.
but now it hasn't messed up since, and it's been about
I was thinking about Tesla, to be honest. And,
Tesla.
like you don't even need. I don't know how much superchargers are in Texas. He's obviously making more because they have like the Gigafactory there and shit. But that's in Austin. But like Cali here, like they're all over the fucking place.
No, there's definitely around here. I know one.
And then I could just set it up at the house.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just a 240 volt or whatever.
Yeah, you just save a bunch of money in gas. I think the government gives you some rebate for buying it.
Cali, it's like it used to be 7 grand, but then they changed it. You have to buy it's 7 grand, but you have to buy like the fucking performance one or whatever. So it's basically like the cheapest one. You get like 3 grand back. And my buddy, I golf with his he got his wife a Tesla, and he's like, yeah, we got 7 grand back because that's when they still were doing that promo.
Uh huh.
I didn't know at the time it was different ones. It tells you all on the Tesla website if you just go to it and like start building a car. And basically the Model 3, the base model. My thing is right now, so like the Model 3 base model, you could get 270 miles on a full charge, apparently. That's just base, which the driving I do, yeah, that's like normal. I get like 350 range on my gas Corolla, probably, right? I'm not driving that many miles, but it's still just like to me, it's like, okay, is this number with the AC on, with the radio on, while I'm going up a hilly terrain? Like, what
Right.
is that number? So my thing is like Tesla in another 10 years, I bet you their range is gonna be like 500. They already
Easy.
said they're developing these crazy batteries. So like, yeah, eventually it's gonna be stupid not to have a fucking uh electric.
Yeah. I like EVs.
Are you gonna do you think about getting a new car or no? Just let that one roll
I
still.
want to just like let this one roll.
You could
'Cause
probably
it's just
still
like,
get decent money for it, to be honest.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't know about that. It's an '01, but I just the
A
thing
few
is, I
grand.
put so much into the engine in the past like year
Yeah, but you don't have
that
a car payment, right? It's just
no carbon payment. But like
yeah, yeah.
I just replaced the timing belt and like spark plugs and coils.
Yeah.
So like the thing, it's got some more life in it. It's only at
Yeah.
150.
Still got AC, right?
Oh yeah, I actually that was another cost. Like I had AC, it worked, but it wouldn't switch
Wasn't getting
modes.
cold.
It wouldn't switch modes. It was like cold, but it would only blow out my feet. Or if I like went and switched something, it could blow out. But like I went and tried to like fix it, and when I did, it ruined something, so I could only blow like to my face. And then once wintertime came, I was like, I have to be able to turn on the defrosters, so I had to go get it fixed. That was like $300. So yeah, last week Scheffler went off on Sunday again. Got within the top five. I did not think Shefty there was going to get another top five after the first couple days.
Yeah, the first day he was like what 2, 3 over par, like it was kind of nuts, and then he ended up like, you know what's crazy though? They kept bringing it up too, like his putting was like shit.
Let's look
That's
at that.
it.
He
Like
lost. He lost so many strokes putting.
yeah, and he gained like an absurd amount on like approach shots, but he lost so many. Like yeah, it was something absurd. That literally just means he's dropping it to like 5 feet, and he's making some of those 5 footers.
God damn it. I forgot my password. I had a feeling this was about to happen. Trying to get this these shots gained, lost, data.
What happened?
I forgot my login information for Rick Rungood. I'm just gonna try to look up Scotty's tournament because he lost a bunch of putts.
No, they were talking about it the whole. Yeah, it was bad. Is he playing this week?
No,
Yeah, this is gonna be like I'm not even really whatever. I'm whatever about this week.
I know it's gonna be a dramatic week. All week is gonna be dramatic with this.
Rory's in it. Or he said he's playing. Yeah, not a lot of the bigger guys, but he's in it. They're getting ready. I don't know. I'm surprised
Oh,
he's
yeah,
playing when they got
Rory's
the
in it.
Open.
Sam Burns is in it.
Why is Rory playing when they got the Open coming up?
Probably to prepare for it.
But he took off right after the Masters, blah, you know. I
Oh,
don't know,
yeah.
Rory's-
In the elevated event, too.
I wonder what he's gonna do with the. I wonder what's gonna happen. This live stuff. Interesting. Like everyone's like speculating all this shit, but like no details have been said. Like, I don't think. I was trying to look at that article too, but so the most of the PGA Tour's policy board, which is made up of 5 independent directors and 5 golfers, was kept in the dark about the tour's negotiations with Liv over the 7 weeks. So he didn't even tell the board, bro, the PGA board. This guy has that much power as commissioner, like he could just do this.
Like, who's on the board?
Is it Jay Monahan? Is that how you say it? Yeah, who are these independent directors?
I didn't know how the PGA Tour worked until today, honestly. As far as
I knew, like I seen this guy. I didn't really know who
commissioners.
the live stuff.
I knew it was a nonprofit. I knew the PGA Tour was a nonprofit, but I didn't realize
That makes it even more fucked up then, because it's like, how is it nonprofit, bro? Not anymore. Not when
I mean, all they did was like
Saudis.
Well, they were like, okay, we're gonna create a new baby, but then now live players can play in PGA events.
Like I said, I bet it was like, hey, we're getting the DP World Tour is combining with this.
People were saying that
and that Jay Monahan guy is probably getting bread. He's getting chipped out.
I heard that like if players wanted to play in PGA events next year and they still had deals with Liv, they'd have to cut them off. Something crazy like that.
I don't believe. I bet there's probably some like.
It's probably just made up.
Some fucking legal like literature in their contracts to like prevent some, like if the live were to dissolve somehow, like I'm still getting paid. I'm sure there's some of that. The agreement reached with Liv is only a framework agreement. Once there is a finalized agreement, the policy board, which includes players, will have to vote to approve it. Monahan, the PGA Tour commissioner, said there is no definitive agreement on whether PGA Tour players will somehow be made whole for money they turned down when they declined to join Liv, or whether Liv players will somehow have to give up money to rejoin the PGA Tour. Ultimately, everything needs to be considered, he said.
Yeah. Everything needs to be considered. Just like, how does Scotty Scheffler gain 21 shots tee to green it last week?
Yeah, then how many do you lose on the green?
8.5.
Damn, I would describe the me as intense or anything. Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Bro, last 3 events, Scheffler gained by at least 15 strokes on the field, tee to green. That's crazy.
So, who? Schauffele?
Scheffler,
yeah. Okay, so the PGA Tour Policy Board. Ed Harley, chairman. Co-chairman, Watchell, Lipton, Rosen, and Katz. He's some big Jimmy Dunn or Dune. Vice chair and senior managing principal, Piper Sandler. Mark Flaherty, former vice chairman, Wellington Management Company. Mary Meeker, partner, Bond Capital. Randall Stevenson, former chairman and CEO of AT&T. And then the players are Patrick Cantley, Charlie Hoffman, Peter Malnati, Rory McIlroy, and Webb Simpson.
they're on the board.
Yeah.
I guess Webb Simpson was like one of the first players out of the meeting. He's probably mad.
Damn, so he'll probably vote against it. Rory probably. I bet I don't know how Cantley and Hoffman I could see them voting for.
I think all the players are probably like in agreement. I'm sure there's more details to be ironed out. They're like, hold on. Let's not disagree with this yet. We have a bunch of money, right?
That's what they're gonna have to say, but like I don't think Rory's gonna.
They have to like
down.
reach a deal. Like,
I wonder,
with the
did
players.
Did Rory say anything today?
No, I don't think so. But yeah,
Yeah.
there's a narrative. I just heard. I mean, I don't know. I watched too much Golf Channel today. There was like an hour segment of this, but like one of the guys was saying, that the commissioner or whatever was talking with some guy on Wall Street. I'm not even sure who he was talking about. But he's like, yeah, those guys, they just care about business and money, things like that. Like some old golf pro that's an announcer was like super upset and just laying into the commissioner about how hypocritical he was.
Oh yeah, like I said, this is gonna ruffle.
But at the same time, you don't really know. We don't really know to the extent of how this is going to change the golf landscape. But
no, that's what I'm saying. We don't know the details.
But it's good. It's good that it's happening. Even though some people may have got their feelings hurt. Like all the people that just, it almost seems like I doubt it's going to turn.
I get it. What
turn out? I doubt it's going to turn out where like
they're striking and shit.
The live players are just able to come back. It basically, like, what? Koepka just went and got a couple $100 million and came back and he's just on the tour again. I doubt it's going to work out like that.
I mean, no, he's going to get that money.
Oh, yeah. And then he probably won't be on the PGA Tour. Something like that.
No, he will be. He'll probably just be like, it's probably going to be like, okay, they're going to playing the events they want to play. Basically, like, I saw somebody basically compare it to, like, and I don't know a bunch about it, but the Formula One circuit, which they said, like, this is where, like, the team idea came to me. Like, Formula One has teams, and then, like, certain teams, like, certain bigger Formula One tournaments or races, like, the bigger players come and play.
From the,
so, like,
the bigger players on the bigger teams?
Yeah, so, like you'll have, like, Brooks. If he was on the tour right now, you think he's playing this weekend in the Canadian Open? No. He probably wasn't even playing No, he probably played Jacks. Like, a lot of these, Byron Nelson, he ain't playing in that.
Nobody played in that.
Yeah, like,
definitely did.
He wouldn't be playing in those, I don't think.
Well, it's just because
it would DJ.
Yeah. Brooks wouldn't. DJ.
Phil wouldn't.
Shambo.
Oosthuizen.
Yeah.
There's
so
other guys.
They wouldn't play in the non-elevated events. But yeah, I didn't hear that. I kind of just made that up that they're just gonna like have their own little thing to play elevated events in. Then I guess just let the players play on.
They'll probably just redo the whole tournament schedule.
I'm surprised
golf
though.
Really doesn't have like a off season.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Basically, it's like what ends for a month, kind of, and then they just start playing again.
Yeah, and if Liv is able to just work with the PGA Tour, why would they even dissolve? Because now it's like okay for them to exist, and they probably have access to similar. I don't know the extent, but like, what if they just had access to all the equipment and television rights and things like the PGA Tour?
You think they're just gonna get rid of their teams too?
I don't know. I don't know about the teams.
They're just like,
how about this though?
They're just gone.
I I don't know. I'm not too worried about the teams, but when you mentioned something about
I'm saying that would be live. Like you just said, they'd be
Oh.
keeping live still. Like those
Yeah,
teams
they'd be
aren't
keeping Liv.
PGA. So it'd be like, what if they still keep the teams?
Yeah, they keep the teams and just like all the PGA tours can be a part of the teams.
Yeah.
And they get drafted. I mean, that could be
Now
all right. I could be an all right
I
dynamic.
just don't.
if,
It's like you
all
said.
the
Like
players
who
were
wants
allowed.
to see that? Like no one really wants to.
But imagine if like all the teams are kind of like all stars, and they would all like be at an event one week. Because I think maybe they're just gonna prop up a few events. They want to market things like the Masters or like the majors. They're so prestigious, and there's only 4 of them. What if there's just 4 live events? There's what, like 10 elevated events?
Oh, and then they're like, all right, this is a live event. Yeah, I can see that.
I think they're trying.
I mean,
to
they
do
have
that.
like DP World Tour events, right?
Right.
Yeah, so I could see that. They're like, okay, this is a live event, like Trump's fucking like one of Trump's courses.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of nice courses out around. But the point I was gonna make earlier, I just forgot. You said like they're gonna start dropping sponsors. The tours gonna start dropping sponsors.
I said,
Yeah.
I mean, I think they could if they drop certain tournaments. Like you're
Right.
basically dropping a sponsor, kind of.
Sponsors about to be dropping them over the next week. You know how dramatic people got over a Bud Light can,
Yeah,
and
But
now
this
all of
is
a sudden,
different.
yeah, this is terrorism.
yeah. People, some of the country doesn't like gays that much. No, like,
And now, like,
It's just
I'm sure
weird.
certain companies aren't going to want to be affiliated with the PGA.
but like I
Tour.
said, that's why it doesn't really matter. That's why I was like, even if they drop sponsors, like they're backed by Saudi money now, bro.
But like, it's a terrible look for the brand.
Oh, it's like, and like I said, it's the commission who was the one saying that this was a moral thing. Like that was their whole stance this whole time. It's like, no, 9/11.
Right? Isn't that crazy? And that guy can just tarnish a whole brand.
And it was like Phil got into it deeper, like how they killed some like journalist. Like some Saudi journalist was over there and they like killed him, bro.
Wait,
Or
what?
no, he was, yeah, you didn't hear about that? That's like another big part of this whole thing. I don't know the full story, but it's like this dude, just look up like Phil Mickelson, dead journalist. And like this dude was in Saudi and I don't know if he was digging around too much, but they killed him. And like Phil was talking about, he's like, look, I know, like that's why everyone was hella pissed at Phil because he came out, some comments got leaked that he said, I thought I said it in like confidentiality, but like the dude just posted it anyways. And he was like, yeah, we know they killed that guy, journalist, but he basically said, yeah, we know they killed him. That's fucked up, but we're still going to go play. Like, I'm still, you know.
There's still a
like-
contract to be obligated.
But like, this is like before. This is like he's saying he.
Oh,
knew
this is
about it
before?
Before that he made the decision. Yeah. Like, so like, I don't know. You could read on it, but like, yeah, the Saudis are fucked up. That's why it's a big deal.
So like the group that created Live assassinated a journalist.
Mm-hmm.
You're just making these claims here on YouTube. That's crazy.
No, it's real. It's real shit. That's real shit. You just gotta like, I forget the dude's name, which is like, I feel bad.
I don't want to Google murders.
Why? People fucking true crime is like the biggest thing there fucking is, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
Why are you so soft? You know?
Not soft. Just don't want the
You're
feds
very-
digging into my.
The feds are already digging into your shit. You literally use like fucking
Yeah, they probably found the pens I threw away, the
they
cartridges.
found the pens and like all your years of like gambling. Bravado, whatever the fuck, like using Bitcoin. That shit ain't legal.
Not illegal. But I guess they're trying to classify it as a security. Nonetheless, yeah. Hopefully it all goes well. Doesn't look good for the PGA Tour. Seems like Liv got the better end of the deal, even though they probably paid a bunch of money. And yeah, all the players get to play in the same tournament outside of majors.
Yeah.
So more to come on that. We'll keep you updated here on
I mean, I think it's like you said, like it'll be like like how there's DP World events now. There'll be some live events maybe. We'll see. I wonder what Tiger or Rory's gonna say because Tiger like was hating on live too.
yeah, I'm really interested to see what Tiger says because they offered him the most, like 800 million.
Yeah.
Like he could be a billionaire. He would have
Yeah.
just been like, okay, I'll come
I
play.
think he already
some
is a
events.
billionaire.
Like 2 billionaire.
He could double his billions.
That would have been crazy if Tiger Woods would have won. That would have reshaped everything because that's Tiger.
Oh yeah.
That's probably why
like
they
everyone
offered
would
him
be
so much
like,
money.
"Fuck it, live, yeah."
All right, so
I
we
mean,
got
I
like
got Brooks.
Tyrell. So Tyrell Hatton's playing this week. We got Rory, Burnsy, Cam Young. I think got cut last week. Maddie Skechers is in. Shane Lowry. You mentioned you liked him last week. I
Maddie.
kind of like him this week.
Shane Lowry, huh?
He has like a crazy stat where he's like number 3 in like getting hit, like the proximity to the hole after his first putt is like super close, which means like he can just like lag putt.
Yeah.
Let's see, Nick
He's
Taylor.
awesome.
I like Nick Taylor this week. You know, have you looked at really anything
Nick
for this
Taylor,
tournament?
he's had a good year. No, I haven't at all.
I was too interested in the whole live drama today. I'm still kind of interested to see like what people are tweeting because all the pros just keep, like,
I'm not too worried. Like I said, this week I'm not too worried about it, bro, because I'm not gonna do any DraftKings.
because you're gonna stick to basketball.
No, I'm gonna do it for the major.
Are you're gonna make a lineup versus
next
me?
week.
You're gonna make a lineup versus me though, right?
Yeah, I'll make one against you. But yeah, I'm waiting for the open.
So okay, but there are some interesting things about this week. There's never been a tournament here at what is? Oh, that's not the golf course. Yeah, that's probably why.
Yeah,
I can't look at key stats. Yeah, so there's never been a tournament here, so there's no stats to go off of. However, I believe looking at the scorecard, it was like kind of a short course, like 7,300s, 7,400, shorter for the pros.
Really?
So yeah, I guess it's gonna be a lot of like driver wedge type stuff this week. Driver wedge, somebody I was listening to today kind of went down since like ball striking is a little bit less important this week. Somebody random could win because they can just get a hot putter.
Yeah.
So it might be worth looking into long shots, maybe, but yeah, it's just someone random can just crawl away with it. Lipsky, shout out to Lipsky with a solid top 10 last week. Fleetwood's playing this week. There's actually some good people in the field. Dylan Wu. He's 150 to 1. What is Mike Weir? I have a Rainmaker card for Mike Weir, and it's like his first time playing in a tournament, and I have a elite Mike Weir. And he's 500 to 1 to win.
Nice.
Yeah, so he's probably not making the cut.
Patton.
Patton.
Yeah, I don't know anything about this week, bro.
That was really all the knowledge I had really about the course.
There you go.
A little short. I don't
So
know how.
Who's your picks? Let's see the picks.
I feel like I keep picking the same people. I picked the winner last week, huh? I didn't even bet on him. I should have bet on Victor.
Pick the actual winner though, but
yeah, exactly. It was one of my top 10.
One of us, I picked the winner, right? That once. That's kind of nuts if you think about it.
Yeah. You didn't bet on
picking the winner.
Who did you even pick that week?
Finau, right?
Oh yeah, you picked it when Finau won. Tony. Every time I see Tony, I still think of you just being like Tony and then losing your ball.
I didn't know where I hit a decent shot too.
Yeah, that was one thing I was practicing on too. Those punch shots. I had to hit 2 punch shots, and like the second one I hit was really good. It was like from 100 yards out, and there's branches, low branches, and I put it within, I don't know, 20 feet of the pin.
Where you played?
I played on Sunday. That's why I didn't really watch. Shoot? Like, I think 88, 89. I actually, 88.
You think 88?
I went 44.
You're keeping score. Tell me what
44. I went 44.
How many gimmies? So that's like
no gimmies.
Like 92.
No gimmies. I had just some bad holes.
92.
You had a trip. I think I had a couple triples.
I didn't even play this weekend. I didn't really swing a club. Or Friday I played actually, but I only played 9. I was just over it. Like I shot a 45.
See, like I'm out here with my buddy and shooting 44s, and it's demoralizing.
I play with my buddy, like doesn't ever play. But the thing was, like, I was just over. I was strong on everything. Like I'm not shitting you, bro. It was 196 to this par 3, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna hit an 8-iron," because like I nuked like a 9-iron earlier, like just bombed it.
What was the wind doing?
It was I mean, some holes that helped, some holes that hurt. It wasn't too strong.
Okay.
But
it wasn't against the wind.
No. And I didn't even hit it that well, and I dropped it like pin high, just like way left. It's like Rancho has like massive greens. And I was just like, it was like 196.
You know, when you pull it, you have a tendency to hit it longer.
And then on 9, I was just over it. I went OB, so I dropped, and I was like, okay, this is my 4th shot. I'm dropping 2, hitting 3 out here. And I shot 201, and then my ball was like down this little hill. I was probably like 5 yards behind where I shot. I had this window between these trees. I couldn't see the green. And so I was like, are they off? And he's like, yeah. I took an 8-iron. I was like, fuck, I'm going to hit an 8-iron. Ripped it. I mean, fucking peered it. And I went up there, and it was like a little bit past pin high on the green, like 12 feet, 10 feet. I was like, no way. Damn. Like that was an 8-iron over 200. Like it
so
just
how do you shoot a 45 with all these great shots?
Because that, like I said, that was OB. I was OB. I was down there. I dropped it like by the fence.
Yeah.
So that was my 4th shot. I needed to drain the putt for bogey.
Did you make it?
I missed.
Okay.
Almost made it.
So your driver went OB originally?
I didn't hit driver that hole. I snapped a 3-iron.
I
was getting snappy with long irons.
So I played.
I was just hitting the ball like shit. Like I said, I was playing with one of my homies who's just like ass.
When I didn't play the tips. I just played the blues because like people I was playing with were playing there.
You pussy.
And it was like 6,400, so I was like, whatever. It was just like I had to tee off with the 3-wood.
No wonder you've been quiet about. No wonder you've been quiet about distance now. You're still dog shit on a short course too. Shoot the same.
Dude, that's why I sent you that
Doesn't
tweet.
matter.
When I sent you that tweet about like the 12 handicappers and the
Yeah,
types of
no,
hole
that
they would
makes
need
sense.
to shoot
That
even
makes
par,
sense.
I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, that's true because we just hit bad shots every now and then.
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
why you're
so
like,
that's why
you're playing from the whites. Would you shoot? You're like, I'm just like, this guy just doesn't know golf, huh?
it
Doesn't
is
know
tougher. It is
live.
tougher. It's just like, yeah,
Well,
it's a
especially
few
when you
strokes.
can't hit your irons, then yeah, it's gonna be fucking horrible.
I can hit them. I just think I can hit them farther. And honestly, it is probably just because of me standing too close to it. I'm like, what am I thinking? I just make random adjustments on the range, and you can't see it, and you don't really know what you're
That's what I'm
doing.
saying. You just develop like when you start hitting like 400 balls, bro. Like half the time, you're just developing a shit habit, probably. Or like if you
Probably.
just keep doing it, like
But like
watch
you
now,
have to
it's
work
gonna
through
take
it.
you.
You're gonna have to work through it.
Yeah.
So like
Gotcha.
you're just I there's not a problem with hitting too many range balls.
No. Or is there?
Is there? Because like I just didn't hit. My problem was as a kid.
As
I
long as
just
you're
never,
practicing with a
like-
purpose,
Yeah, exactly.
and then you could like evaluate it after. Because like basically, it took us a week now to just realize you're just way too close.
Let me see if there was a. Let me look at another video.
Like you need to be over the ball more, cover it. It's just over, bro. All right, we gotta wrap this up.
It's just over. What's over?
Yeah, your swing, it's done.
Yeah, you're right. It probably is.
Yeah, way crowded on that.
I'm trying to find a different
I'm
video.
looking at.
You're looking
Yeah,
at
how many
the
do you
one.
take? Yeah, you're way crowded. It's like you just jammed up an inside pitch. You're like, why is it only going 20 yards?
It does feel like I just thinned it too.
But like, I don't want to hit the 8-iron like that. That's why I kind of think I'd rather have blades. I'd probably keep like my
See, my other videos are with me
4
with a
3-iron.
driver. All my other videos are me with a driver.
Yeah, it's over. All right,
me
make your picks.
I want to see my impact with the driver. Yeah, I'm a lot more extended with my driver, obviously.
Yeah, it's the longest club. It's forcing you.
Okay. You want my picks?
Yeah, I got a bedtime.
Yeah, we didn't get to go as deep analysis this week, but last
That's
week was a
fine. The
designated
Open's
event.
next week's a major, bro.
Yeah, this week was all about the Live merger. That's why I
Yeah.
didn't even title the podcast about this tournament.
Yeah, it needs to be the merge.
Top 10 going Fleetwood, Hatton.
Wow. Fleetwood had in top 10.
Actually, Nick Taylor. Yeah. Let's keep it that way. Tommy Fleetwood, Tyrell Hatton, top 10. Winner, we're gonna go long shot winner here.
Really?
I guess not that long shot. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go. Eric Cole wins it. I think I
Your
picked him.
boy.
Did I pick
Your
him last
boy.
week? Did I pick
That's
him last
always your
week?
boy.
Or I was thinking Adam Hadwin, but I'm looking at him like Adam Hadwin and Eric Cole have the same odds. So I'm like, I'd rather pick Eric Cole. All right, you go.
This is random. Well, top 10.
You should pick your boy, Lowry.
Ooh, Lowry.
I
I'm
like
gonna
him
go.
this week.
Top 10, Alex Smalley.
Whoa.
Yeah, we're going deep.
Oh. Sam Bennett, is he the guy that like he's like the rookie? Not a rookie. I don't even think was he an amateur at
I'm
the
gonna go.
Masters?
Hold on. Yeah, he was. Corey Connors, Alex Smalley, Corey Connors, and the winner.
Corey Connors.
Yeah, Corey Connors. Winner?
Oh yeah, it's Corey Connors.
Maybe Victor Holland gets his first win. Maybe Thigala does it. I'm gonna pick Thigala as the winner.
I don't like the way Thigala has looked. of
Yeah, he
late.
isn't not playing as good golf as he was, but you never know.
Bashia, however you pronounce that, he has some good.
Really?
He's been playing well.
Batia?
Batia, yep. Him, Lipsky. Lipsky had a good week last week. I already mentioned that earlier.
No, he did.
He got like top 7. He was like in the lead.
Cool.
Rough for Denny McCarthy. You gotta feel for Denny McCarthy.
Yeah.
I have a few of his Rainmakers cards. I even made him captain on one team.
Wait, why? What happened?
What, with Denny?
Yeah.
No, then he got second.
Oh.
He lost in the playoff. Did you even watch golf
Oh
last
yeah.
week?
Yeah, no, I saw the playoff began. I forgot.
All right. Well, that's it for us. Your one and only place for breaking news with the Liv murder. Any final thoughts?
No. It's a crazy time to be a fan of golf and I mean in just 1 week we got another major tournament. But I'll tell you what, it's not too crazy to think that we'll be back with any other news that drops right here on the checkup.
And with that, we'll leave you. See you next week for the Open edition,
Ooh.
the U.S. Open edition.
Ooh,